All right, are you guys ready to eat? Good, okay. So since it's fall season, I decided to do something with sweet potato and pumpkin. So we're going to do sweet potato first. How many of you like cheese? This is one of Naomi's favorites, my toddler right there with my dad. You're going to get a medium-sized sweet potato. This is a little on the large side. And what you're going to do is you're just going to peel it, cook it until it's soft. And we have it right here. So I did this earlier, sweet potato. I'm going to, and all you need is a Vitamix or a blender. I'm sure you could use like a Nutri blender, the small ones that people, the ones that people make their smoothies in. So I'm going to start by adding a cup of milk, soy milk. You can use any plant-based milk that you want. Okay, 1 cup. Okay. And then these are the spices. We have 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and I don't know if you've had onion powder, it's pretty strong. So if you don't like onion powder, maybe cut it in half. Half teaspoon of salt. For those watching their salt intake, you could always take that out. And a half tablespoon of turmeric.
Is it tablespoon or teaspoon?
Sorry, did I say tablespoon?
Yeah.
Teaspoon, sorry, teaspoon for all of them. Right. And here's some examples where I just get it from Trader Joe. Here we go, putting it in. That's what gives it the nice color. Okay, and then cashews. It's always nice to soak your cashews the night before. It gives it a more creamy texture. However, if you're running short in time and you really want that dish, what you can do is put it in hot water, boil it. I think I put here. Yes, if you're in a bind and you don't have time to soak cashews, this is what you can do. Put cashews in a pot, cover with water, turn the heat to high, and bring to a boil. It's at the very end, the tip. Once boiling, turn off the heat. Cover the pot and let sit for 10 minutes. Then drain the water and you can use it. So I have my cashews here that I soaked overnight. Okay. And then we have 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. This will give it a nice nutty flavor. And again, this recipe is to taste. So at the end, if you feel like you want more, you can always put more. Nutritional yeast is great. It has, in 1 tablespoon, there's 3 grams of protein in it. Okay. Are we plugged in? Okay, and last, the sweet potato. Okay. Don't want it. Sweet potato. Sweet potato has lots of good vitamins. Okay. And then you just want to blend until you see a nice creamy texture. So. Sounds like we're taking off, right? Okay. Yep, and that's about right. There you go. Here's your cheesy sauce. And then for pasta, whatever pasta you like, we really like the vegetable radiatori, little spirals made of different vegetables, beets and spinach, I think. And then sauce into, and so they'll be serving you. So I'm going to pass this on to, oh yeah, we can just do it here. Oh. All right. Okay, here it goes. It tastes pretty good. Someone asked online. What do you mean online? Is that Instagram, Facebook? What are you doing? Facebook? Oh. Hi, it actually tastes, it's a pretty good substitute. My toddler gives it a 2 thumbs up, so. Okay. And come in, look. There you go. No cholesterol like regular cheese, and it tastes pretty good, especially if you eat it right away. It has a hint of sweet potato. I've made it before where you use a regular potato and a carrot, and it kind of tastes like that. I've done the cauliflower, and then it tastes like cauliflower. So it's basically whatever cheese substitute vegetable plus the cashews that you put. It all depends. All right, so they're gonna plate this, Miss Rob. And then moving on to here, we have the flourless pumpkin brownies. Just a side note, the vegan mac and cheese, this recipe was adapted by from Amanda Edlund. It's Edlund. I accidentally misspelled that. It's supposed to be Eklund, Eklund, in case you want to look her up on any great vegan recipes. Okay. All right, next we have flourless pumpkin brownies. So you can either start by roasting your own pumpkin, taking out the seeds, and making your own puree. If any of you have had babies, I'm sure you've done that when they were young. We're going to start turning your oven to 350, making sure your pan is oiled, or you can use parchment paper. And a while ago, I made my flax egg, and so what it is 1 tablespoon of flaxseed and 3 tablespoons of water. That makes 1 flax egg, and we put 2 in here. So basically, it looks like this. So it's a binder. That's going to be our substitute. All right, so we're going to mix the wet ingredients first. The flax egg, 1 cup of tahini. Sorry, I go in and out. Tahini has great protein. 2 tablespoons of tahini, 6 grams of protein. If you don't like the taste of tahini, you could always use different nut butter, peanut butter, almond, sunflower seed. Okay. All right, 1 cup. You've had tahini. Okay. Next, we're going to put in a 1/2 cup of maple syrup. A 1/3 cup of pumpkin puree. And I laid out all the ingredients so you can, just see some examples. You can buy most of the stuff from Trader Joe. Okay. All right. And pumpkin spice. This will give it a nice spice. Is anyone allergic to nuts? I know. Any allergies in the crowd? No? Walnuts? Oh. Okay. So estimating about 1.5. A 1/3 cup of cacao, or you could substitute coca, but that would be a lot sweeter. So cacao is high in antioxidants, and when you taste it, it tastes like dark chocolate. It's bitter, but a good bitter. A 1/3 cup. Oh, cacao?
Is it made out of?
Oh. This actually has, fun fact, more magnesium than 1 serving of spinach. As I said, it is very bitter. Okay, we're gonna put a pinch of salt, and everyone's pinch may be different depending on your fingers. And a tablespoon of baking soda. Let's see. So anytime you are doing floury type of ingredients, I always recommend using a sifter, or else you could end up with like a ball of flour or baking soda if it doesn't get mixed in that well. Okay. And then, since no one's allergic to nuts. And what I like to do is mix it all in. It's a 1 bowl dessert. So you're washing the wet bowl and then the dry bowl, it's 1 bowl. Okay. And yep, it's right there being plated for you. Yeah, is it a 3? Kidding. No, we're not.
I'll set it up. How long is it going to take? 10 minutes?
No, it's going to take like 28 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, we could do 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
How many preheat? What's the
What it looks like.
350?
It's 350, babe.
So I didn't have a sifter, unfortunately, so these might have a little clumps. Oh. I did not put the mini dairy-free chocolate chips because I didn't know if it would be too sweet for some people. And I just read that there are some chocolate chips that hold their form. So when you make cookies and you put chocolate chips in, they hold the form. They don't melt. You put it in your hand, they're still there. And that's because of the lecithin that they put in to keep its shape. And they've also found that lecithin can cause hardening in the arteries. And so I just read that, so I was like, maybe I won't put the dairy-free Enjoy Life brand. But there are several brands that don't have lecithin. For example, my favorite is the Hu brand, HU. You can get it at Sprouts. Tastes really good. It will melt in your hand. And no lecithin. All right. And then I always like to add more walnuts on the top. Okay, and into the oven they go. And that's it. So if you guys try the recipe, let me know. Hopefully it was good, yes.
What about the other recipe?
Oh, and if you turn your recipe on the other side, you will see vegan pumpkin cheesecake. Since we're almost here, Thanksgiving time, it is very delicious. As all these recipes, they are vegan. The thing for this cheesecake, that's what I was actually going to do for today. However, it says you're supposed to freeze it for 2 hours. When it's done freezing, take it out and serve it right away. Because if you freeze it and then you put it back in the refrigerator, it's frozen, then it is normal. Then you freeze it, then it's normal. It wouldn't be good for today, like if I made it yesterday. So then that's why I switched to the brownies. But I made it taste great. So feel free to give that a try.